Hey everyone, so yeah, we've got a little clutch here. This is a whole bunch of double hets. I'll get into it and I'll talk about it as we go. So I'm going to leave this on the wide view because as I mentioned in my last video, I've got a few heads poking out here, so we'll start with them. My other half is in hospital and she usually does these egg cuttings. She's done them for years. This is my first year doing this many. Let me just start in here, get this little bit done. I'll go through this way. Here we go. So I'll explain what these eggs are in a moment. But yeah, my other half is in hospital with a infection in her hand. So as you'll see with these, we always point obviously the pointy end out. So let's see what we got in here, and I'll explain what this clutch is. Just get rid of some of that. Okay. Oh, that's a really nice caramel jag. Or caramel. So this clutch is, these guys are all going to be 100% double het, axanthic and albino. So this year we didn't quite have a male big enough to go over one of our girls. So our girl was a ghost jag, one of our first beautiful ghost jags. It's actually it's got stuff on his face. The one that's actually on the picture on our page. See how his head's stuck in there? So I'll go over the back here. There we go. And Myrtle, we call her. And oh, look at this. So this is a bit unusual. See, it's all dry on that side, still like in an egg sac. Don't come on. Okay. I'll pop this guy back in. So that's another kind of caramelly one. Sorry. Okay. Now focus. You know, say men can't do two things at once. Anyway, so the father is just an albino as far as we know. We're not 100% sure on his background. As far as we know, he's just albino. Maybe sunglow, so that might have an influence over some of this because he's almost white. Very nice looking snake. Got him as a maybe 2 or 3 year old, grew him up. Not much known about the background of him. Traded it because he kind of bit someone. They didn't want him as a pet anymore. So I don't really know much about him as the father. So something weird comes out, it's because of him probably. But I'm expecting nothing unusual. It should just be a whole bunch of double hets. But obviously because the mother... Oh God, I'm not left-handed. Let's see if I can get this around this way. Because the mother's a ghost jag. So we've got ghost jag and albino. We're expecting a lot of just normals and caramel coloured ones, like they're really red. And there should be technically probably 4 colours. We should have some hypo caramel looking things, and we should have some normals, wild types, and then we should also have the same in jag. We should have some normal looking jags and some caramel jags. So not the most exciting clutch to look at, but the breeding potential here. As I said in my last egg cutting video, if you want something to breed this year and you want to start breeding stuff yourself, give us a hoy, because we are going to have some crackers that are double hets. Like for instance this clutch here, look how red that is. I mean this is the same one. She's the one I mentioned out of the last one, the father of the last clutch. He's a hypo caramel jag mix, het axanthic. And then he produced this amazing ghost jag that we held back and bred with. So that's the mother. She's very light, so she also could be like him, and she may have a bit of a mix of hypo and caramel in her. So that will probably show through here if we get, like, once these all shed and colour up, they might have a bit of a variety. That's what we've found happens with Oscar, the original father, so the grandfather, I suppose, of these. His clutch is always like that, where you end up with some that look quite caramel. Oh, okay, I'm not going to cut it too much, but you can see there, like, that's a nice caramel, probably a jag, looking at it. Sorry, I just had to look at it out of the light. It's on the screen, it's a bit different. So yeah, these guys, if you get, for instance, let's say one of these caramel jags and breed it with one of the normals out of it, you got double het to double het and a caramel jag, man, you're going to be able to produce just about every combo you want. There's going to be all sorts of things. You're going to have snows and moons and axanthics and jag combos and just about all of them. So yeah, good one for people if you starting off wanting to breed something, don't have, like I said earlier, massive funds to go and buy coloured animals. And either do I. Like, I'm very specific and I like to work my way up and breed my own stuff. In fact, like I said, the mother of this is one that we bred and held back 4 years ago. There we go. So that's a very dark one. And so that would be probably one of our first normals. Yeah, totally normal looking one. So that's good. That's showing me that we've got, yeah, quite a few nice caramels already. And then we've got some normals. So like I said, there should be roughly 4 different colours. Shouldn't be any big surprises. So, but you know, all of them are going to be 100% het albino and axanthic. So great animals for breeding future stuff for people. There you go. There's another. It's kind of normal little fellow. So obviously these ones, the more normal ones, they're always cheaper, you know, than something that has more genes in it. But by breeding, say, that normal one to one of these caramel jags, that's where you're going to get just about everything. Or you breed 2 of these normal ones together, you still got a chance of breeding your axanthics. If you don't like jag, we'll have normals that you can just breed together. That one's still got a little bit of cooking to go, I think, but it's a very nice sort of red coloured one. So yeah, like I said, it's very hard to tell when they're still in the egg, some of these. So you get an idea colours. I'd say that is maybe a normal caramel, that one. It's very red compared to that last one. It was very dark wild type. I like to I've been caught out before, you know, you make a call, you think, oh yeah, that's this, but so what I like to do, I like to take as many photos as possible, and we keep really strict records now so that we can go back through and just monitor every single animal. Every single one, I get photos of it even before it's before it's shed, before it's first shed after hatching. And then as soon as it's hatched, I take more photos. And then obviously as we're going through sexing them, we take more photos. And any that we hold back, we like to just keep taking photos, and I keep record of every image of which one it is. It's another kind of caramelly one. So yeah, no surprises so far. But yeah, we're going to start keeping super close record of everything, because we're growing up some this year that we haven't done before, and we like to see what they look like as hatchies, because obviously a lot of people like to buy hatchies or young stuff, but then they look at it and go, oh, that, you know, like a ghost jag or a ghost as a baby is pretty ugly. But once it sort of hits a couple months old, starts colouring up, you know, 6 months to a year, they are stunning. And people go, that's not the same snake. So I keep really good records of everything, and I can show them photos of their exact snake when it was born right through. There's another one. See, it's very dark red. So I can't see hypo in that, but I can definitely see that caramel influence from the mother. Because I said the father, well actually, yeah, like I said, I suppose, I don't know, with the father, we are getting a lot of caramels. Because if he's if he is a sunglow, and she's a ghost jag, most of these, it's weird because you still get a couple of normals. You don't get 100%. I think I looked that up. Oh, I don't know. Don't quote me. I might be wrong. Pretty sure I've looked it up before, because I would have thought, oh no, if you go caramel to caramel, you get all caramel. But apparently, I think you get maybe a quarter, is it, of normals? I'm not sure. I'll have to double check it. So some of these, you know, for all we know, could be supers. There we go, that's a nice jag. So that's a normal jag. So that one will be a good one. Actually, yeah, come to think of it, it's not a lot of jags so far, so be nice to hit a few more. God, the odds we got in the last one. Oh, talking about odds, we've hit some really good odds this year in our jungles. We ended up with a clutch of almost all jungle jags, and only 3 normals. 8 jungle jags. Oh, this guy's keen. Yeah, there we go. There's a caramel jag. Can tell already. So that animal there, that's the one you want, and you put that over one of those normals, and you'll get everything. Everything in the combination of jag, snow, moon. Yeah, some really cool ones out of these. I won't be holding back many of them because we've got enough, but this year we wanted to put that female, the male we had, like I said, wasn't ready. We've got a ghost jag and a ghost or something else to go over next year, but this year we thought, I don't want to waste the season. We'll see produce a lot of double hits, and people can breed more then. That's another nice caramel. Tell you what, you look at these compared to, yeah, the last one we just did, the last egg cutting of all the combinations with the axanthic ghost jag combo that we just did, and the difference in the eggs, they're just chalk and cheese when you see them now. Like a ghost jag with some of these. Pick this one. So yeah, I mentioned in the other one that our power went out for 3 days during the incubation of all of these, and yet they still hatched bang on time. We luckily had a generator, and we didn't run it full time, but we did run it just to get the temps, keep them sort of so just concentrating here, stable. That might be another caramel. It looks quite small. I wonder if there's twins in there. Sometimes they're real skinny and you get twins. We have had twins in these lines before. Might be it. Looks like a little jag. I don't like to poke around too much. I just open them up so that they definitely come out and don't die in the egg if something's happening. If they want to come out, they come out. If they don't, they don't. And we just give them time in the incubator. Put them straight back in the incubator and let them come out themselves. But yeah, stats wise, God, look how gooey this one is. We've had some amazing results with that other clutch. This one's going good too for what it is. It's looking like a lot of caramels and ghosts. It's not ghosts. Sorry, I'm really tired. It's been after New Year's. I was up very late. That's a caramel jag, sorry. I said running around the hospitals and things like that. So I'll be waffling on. Probably talking a lot of shit. Sorry. But yeah. So we've only got a couple to go. 2 to go. I don't think there's going to be obviously anything crazy popping out of these. So we weren't sure what the background was of that albino. So whether there was any axanthic in that line, but obviously not. We've had no hits of anything here. Otherwise we would have had a lot more colour. So we know he's just an albino. Oh God, my hands are so slippery. Yeah, see, look how red the belly is on that one. So, another caramel. Oh, that's a very nice light one. I can see its head down the side. Oh, gooey. So yeah, again with the odds, I'll do an update on these later. I like to share all that sort of info about, you know, how many you get out of each clutch and things like that. Like, it's not always guaranteed. Like I said, some years you hit the jackpot, some years you don't. But this year, out of the 3 clutches so far, or sorry, 4, this will be 4, we've done pretty good. I'll be excited. I've got another clutch coming up that's going to be het albino bred lies, high percentage, but 2 of the best bloodlines that I know of in Australia. So you obviously got the old Joe Ball male, which I got, which is a 50%er, and then we've got a Brad Regan high percentage hypo bred lie jag. This one looks like a normal. So yeah, only if you're normal, you can see the difference. They're very dark. Hang on, I want to try to do this if I can. Here we go. So even in the egg, look at that difference there between a wild type and the caramel. So yeah, looks like we've only got a couple of just normal wild types. Looks like there's going to be quite a few caramel in there. Sorry, I've just got to get something to clean my hands before I can get the video up. So yeah, nothing too exciting to see from here, but as you saw, that's what we got, and I'll do an update soon with numbers.